Hello everybody, Happy New Year, welcome to 2024 where endless new possibilities may occur. Though some things do stay the same. I've already bought a football shirt this year, though of course I probably won't be showing you that one until mid-July. What I do have to show you though are 4 football shirts that I was generously gifted over this Christmas period. I'm not going to go into the shirts details too much, or specifically the clubs. I'll just give you an overview of what I have. I have 3 countries here, all really cool shirts in their own right. So let's just start with this one. They're on the floor. Okay then, so we have a blue shirt with some sponsors on, and you may start to see some sort of text there. Doesn't necessarily mean it's from that country, but in this instance it is the case. So if we bring it round to the front, of course these are all brand new with tags. The tags are in there somewhere. And there we go. So does anybody really know who this is? I think if I were to tell you and you weren't necessarily sure, you probably would recognise it. The team is Oita Trinita. Probably not pronouncing that one perfectly, but this is their home shirt from 2021. So a couple of seasons old now, and this is one of 2 from this particular country. Of course, it is Japan. Manufactured by Puma, not unsurprising. A lot of the other Japanese shirts I have, Kawasaki Frontale, Soresu Osaka, Puma ones, they've got a bit of a place in the country there. This one's interesting because everything is screen printed apart from the crest, which is like a sticky transfer. Of course, you have that J-League patch, which is always there, regardless of whether you go for the older ones or the contemporary ones. That is always a staple there. Well, the only real sort of main feature of this, other than sort of chevrons that you sort of see going there, is this weird, smoky, wispy, wavy effect. I remember when I first looked at this, I thought, is it like a whale or like some sort of animal? You see the fins, sort of. It's actually not. It's the T from the crest. I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's got like a very vaporized, wavy section of the crest there. So that's pretty cool. And I haven't really ever seen anybody do that before. Usually you just see a solid printing of the crest there, but that's that. Other than that, there's not really anything else talk about it. So this was bought as a large because, like a lot of shirts from Japan, they do generally size up or down depending on which perspective it is. So if you get a large from Japan, it usually turns out to be a medium UK. On occasion, extra large does happen, especially if you're going for something like a Kappa or something that you know is already going to be super tight. But that one's pretty cool. And we got another shirt from the same place. It's on the floor. Here we are. Let's see if we can recognise this one, shall we? There we go. So we've got a lighter blue this time. Another home shirt from the same particular season. Sponsors. And it has like different shades of it. It starts off at a... I mean, I say they're all still light blues, but it's a darker light blue and then goes all the way down to a bottom one, which is, again, don't really think I've seen that too frequently. If we bring it around to the front though, and there we go. So we have a continuation of that design, but now we have this rather large graphic. What is the graphic? Well, let me say, it is a black paradise flycatcher. It's a bird, and it's actually what you see in the crest there. Now, this is used in a more of a geometrical shape pattern, whereas that one is just a simple drawing. But the club is Jubilo Iwata. Yes, another Japanese team. Well, it had to be because I bought it from the same place. It has the patches on there. Now this is again like one of those sticky transfers. We have some stars etched on the front there. I think this season though the club were in the 2nd division. So I always remember watching J-League magazine shows in England when I was younger, and it was just, you know, highlight shows similar to what you'd see like a Match of the Day, but for Japanese stuff. I used to love watching those, and there was one for Korean football. It was great. I had no idea what was going on, but yeah, just a lovely one, and I love this. I don't know if I'm going to show you, but it's just the way it's sort of the authentication thing. It's just sort of like a holographic thing. It's really cool. So yeah, there you go. So it's a couple more Japanese shirts. I love Japanese shirts. Everyone loves Japanese shirts, whether again you're buying the older ones or the newer ones. That just the designs are always really smart, if not a little bit crazy on occasion. I'd love to add more, but they just generally are rather expensive. Buying from Japan is not easy in general. and then you have to incorporate the shipping and everything else like that. It's not a cheap thing, so it's only when they appear in the UK that I tend to pick them up. But yeah, I think I'm on 6 now. Next though, moving away from Asia, I'm going to go to Central America. Now, does anybody recognize this one? It's very possible. So here we go. So it's a navy coloured shirt, and it has these red effects. So you've got the sponsors, and then on the back of the neck there actually is a little motif of sort of a modernised version of the crest. If we bring it around to the front, can hide that tag, and there we go. So it's a continuation once again of the navy, and it's red, but on the sleeves we have this rather interesting pattern. It's a very Umbro way of doing things. What I also really like though, it also somewhat disguises the fact that there's quite a few sponsors on this. The one certainly on the sleeves, it kind of camouflages them a little bit, which I don't know if the sponsors would be happy with that. But when you look at it from a distance, you don't quite think it's oversaturated as much as they usually are. But who is the club? Well, this occasion it's CSD Municipal, and this is a away shirt from 2022-2023, so a little bit earlier, closer to time than the Japanese shirts. And they are from Guatemala. Yes, this is my 3rd shirt from Guatemala. Again, they don't pop up too frequently, and this team is actually one of the biggest teams in the country with Comunicaciones, which is a shirt I actually have myself. They are big rivals, so it'd be pretty cool to be able to put them both together. So there you go. Umbro seem to have a little bit of a foothold in that part of the world. Really, really smart. Just love the design on the sleeves. Now, I have a shirt that I don't think anybody's probably familiar with unless you've actually seen it for sale. I'm going to tell you the club, and you tell me where you think it's from. The club is Sanco United. Sanco United. Okay, so I'm going to show you the rear of the shirt, and that might give you an idea of where it's from. Wow, yes, that is the design. It almost looks like an old bus seat, doesn't it really, for those of you who are from England, of course. Or maybe bus seats everywhere are terrible. Where do you think this is from then? What country do you think this is from? And I promise you, you are not right. Let's bring it around the front. And here we go. So it's a continuation of that very, very, very bright and bold pattern. We have the club, Sanco United Football Club, and it has like some sort of bird on there. Don't really know what type of bird that is. And it has it also running across the shoulders and down the sleeves there. I think that's a really, really smart way of doing that. Manufactured by Icarus. That might give you an idea of where they're from, because they do stuff all around the world, but they are based in a particular country. It's actually where this is from. This is their home shirt from 2022-2023 also, and they play in the United States. But they don't play MLS football, as you would probably suspect, for the fact that it's not an Adidas shirt. They play in the CASA Soccer League Philadelphia. So it's like a Philadelphia local league. And when I looked on the website, it seems like they have many, many, many divisions. They go down to the 8th division. It's pretty much, if you live in Philadelphia and want to play football, just turn up and you'll just be allocated to one of the teams, and you might end up one of their shirts. I found a video of them. It's literally just a bunch of guys in the park, effectively. You've gone from these massive clubs in these countries to effectively a very, very amateur league team. But the shirt design is beautiful, and that's the reason why I suggested that as one to add to my collection. So there we go. So those were the 4 that I added. Obviously, there's so many more it could have well have been, but I was very, very pleased with them, absolutely. I knew the Japanese shirts are coming because I told them explicitly. The other 2, I just gave them a load of links and just said, just grab whatever you want from there if you are interested in obviously getting me some shirts. So that's it, really. I'm interested to know what you got, if you got anything. Please do mention them below in the comments. I am always interested to see how you are buying your shirts and maybe take some inspiration there. 2024 has begun. But I still need to review my 2023 shirts. I've forgotten quite a lot of what I bought because last year, yes, last year, it was the most shirts I ever bought. Now, admittedly, I still have about 20 shirts to open, which I bought last year, and I can't include them in the year review because I don't know what they look like. They'll have to be included in next year's review, so you understand where I'm coming from. I'm curious to see what I think my top 10 will be. But that's it. Let's see what happens for 2024. I always say, I feel like I always say this. I have some ideas. I've got things going on. I want to really push it because I feel like I've been a bit rubbish this last year with all of the stuff that I do in football shirts. So I just want to get back on track with those sort of things. So that's it anyway. So yeah, please just go into 24. I wish you all the best. Thank you as always for watching my videos. I'm back to work tomorrow. And yeah, we go again. So yeah, see you on Friday.